Yes. Okay, so I'm staying on this for just a minute because I want to make sure that it looks good. Dog started barking right when I started streaming, so that's always fun. um, okay. So we've got it so that we have our thingamabob here. Hello, everyone. Hello. If anyone joins, hello. hmm. Alright. Anyways. Streaming time. It's streaming time. It's streaming time. Yes, sirree. I am streaming now. I am streaming then. One day I will find that I am streaming then. Again and again I will find myself here in this place where we have fun. And that is fine. That is nice. That is fine. That is nice. Maybe we can have ourselves a good time. But who knows? Who knows? Hello, peoples. If you end up joining, I want to thank you now. Because it's so nice to have you join me when I am here today. I wish I could be hanging out with you tonight. That would be beautiful. Yes, sirree. I've got my guy up now. I wonder if I sound nice. I think today we will finish this guy. But I'm not sure. So, we've got it so that this guy is decently done. So we got... The hat isn't thick anymore, which is a little odd. I had it so that the hat was a lot thicker lines. And now it's not so thick lines. That is not the right place you're supposed to be on this. Well, that's awkward. I guess I'm just going to go here. So this is thin lines now when it was thick lines, and I don't know why that happened. But I think we can fix that pretty easily as long as we... that's why. Okay, I don't know how that happened. That's interesting that the layers thickened on themselves. I also noticed, for some reason, this scarf, or this bandana, so to speak, is a little bit odd looking. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go like this. Let us get it painted a bit better. Okay. So just doing some touch-ups on this. Yeah. Thank you to anyone who joins me. It's wonderful to see you and to hear from you. I may have some friends from Puyallup joining us tonight, and that's exciting. I don't know if they'll be able to join. They may join at later streams, and that's okay too. But it's just really cool to be able to see that, you know, people are excited about this just as much as I am. Because I am really excited for this. This is something that has really stoked me up. Like a lot. It's kind of nice. Okay, let's give him teeth. Oh boy, that is not the right layer for this. Skin layer, I guess? Careful with it. Careful. Careful. da, da, da. And the hours turn to spring tonight. Let us go to the movies, to this place where we belong for now. Maybe we won't, but we will when we come back to town. Okay, so we got that. I gotta do this little area right here because it's a little bit close to the gum. Or not the gum, the tooth. Yeah. Teeth are not gums. That'd be a little awkward. I need a headband. I will be back in just a moment. Okay, now that we have a headband so we can actually see without distracting ourselves too much, we are a lot better off. Okay, so today we are working on the coloration for this. We gotta figure out a good steel color, which I think, personally, I like this reddish gray. I think that's going to look good for the robot. I think it makes it so it's consistent with the rest, and I think that we can do a lot with that in the long run. So we'll see about that. I'm going to make another layer so that the speaker is its own, so the speaker color at least. And then we're just going to color around the speaker. Let's do that real quick. Poor man Lazarus, sick and to sleep. Hello, second viewer. I'm not sure who you are, but it's wonderful to hear from you, maybe. If not, then hello anyways. I'm glad that you've been able to come. It's marvelous. I'm just drawing right now. Oh, I'm not using my tablet. That's embarrassing. I'm supposed to use it. And yet, I have such a hard time remembering to, even though I like it. It's terrible. It is terrible. Alright. Anyways, got this. Painting with a color. Alright. So, how have your guys' days been? Mine was a good day. I had a day where I had enough to do that I ended up having a stimulating day, but not so much that I felt overwhelmed. I also had it so that I was able to relax for a little bit and just enjoy my time, and otherwise just got to have a good time, so that was really nice. Don't worry, this is just a base coat. We're going to do more with it afterwards, but I just got to get the base coat on, so, and we'll see how it looks as well, because we want to make it look nice. If we don't make it look nice, what's the point, you know? Or if not nice, then the absence of good. But anyways, so what I'm drawing right now, I'm drawing a character who I have created in the Fallout universe. A few characters actually, but I'm working on these characters because I played a game and I thought it was really, really bad. It was Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, the one that like everyone considers not canon, including Bethesda and the people who created it, I'm pretty sure. And it's a game that has it has metal in it. And I think that metal in Fallout makes sense because you would use it to intimidate your enemies. Well, raiders raid people all the time. And there's raiders at the beginning of that game. They're very generic raiders, but they're raiders nonetheless. And I was thinking it would be really cool if the raiders just ended up basically using this kind of thing. I actually really like how that is. That looks kind of nice. It looks a bit out of place for the speaker, and I think that's good because I think it should look out of place. I think maybe what I can do is this, I think, is an area where like the back of the speaker is, so maybe have it so that it shapes a little bit more, because it wasn't a perfect fit. He just cut out a hole and shoved a speaker in there and hoped it would work, and it ended up kind of working, but not really. But yeah, I like that. I wish the dogs weren't barking, because that's a little bit sad. Let's use this guy's gray for... No, let's not use that one. Let's use this one, the hose one, for the hoses on this. Okay, do we have... Dewey Decimal is my friend. He likes pudding. He likes it so much. Maybe you've heard of him. Dewey Decimal, he likes himself some pudding. If he didn't, why would he be my friend? I don't know what that song is. It's just a song I thought of on the spot. Anyways, now that we have gotten that silliness out of our system for a moment, let us go on to drawing wires and such. So I'm taking these tubings underneath our wiring going into this, but also probably how the actual radiator type stuff happens in this unit, because why would you just have a bunch of wires that are external and not have it so that you have as little external stuff as possible? Because, like, you're making a robot. Wouldn't it make sense to have it so everything is interior as much as possible, so that way there's no precious parts that get crashed into and break? That'd be really sad. Like, oh man, we built this awesome robot, but it broke because we didn't protect it enough for its stuff. Like, it just broke because it stepped on itself. That'd be a bit silly, I think. Alright, so I think these are going to be a dark gray probably. Same with this one, I think, right here. I think this is a actual wire, because I think it goes into this and then out into this. So I think it connects right there. But I'm not sure. I should have probably made sure before I did this. But I got the wires now. So let's go on to... Boom 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 boom. Okay, let's have that as our color for these. Let's see how that looks in a second. We'll have it so that all the things that are extruding look like that, I think. But then again, I could hate it as soon as I go up. I should probably check before I get too far with this. But then again, who minds? It's just a little bit of extra rework, right? Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so we'll have it so that this whole thing on the outside is that, and then I'm going to have to redraw that too. Oof. Doesn't look the best. do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. I'm imagining he was able to polish this up somehow, and that's why it looks at least decent. Yeah, let's go for that. Bum ba dum da dum bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. All right, there we go, and then we got this right here, and then wow, these dogs really want to bark through that wall. It's crazy. Crazy how that works. I wonder why. I wonder if the our neighbors are home or if they're just like in a kennel or something and just like sitting there. Because I could see dogs being a bit rowdy if that was the case and just hearing noise. Like, I wouldn't want to sit there and listen and be subjected to that. That'd be terrible. That's not there. This one? Okay. Yeah. So I like to color everything, including the underneath layers. It's a little bit weird of me, but bear with me. Oops, wrong line. Boop, doop, 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 okay, so we got slightly less red metals. Like, he tried to polish the wires that were still left, I think, and that might be how this one broke off. Actually, I'm gonna have to do some work on this side, I think. But anyways, then we have it that we've got this boy over here. So many barks in my heart, heart, heart. Bark, 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 bark. So many barks in my heart. Bark, 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 bark. I just want to bark every day. It seems like the right thing today, and that seems like every day too. Because I really like to bark, bark, bark today and forever. Yes, sirree. Bark, 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 bark. I just like to bark. Bark, 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 bark. Yes, sirree, Ram. Let's go like this, and then something a little bit more. Put them faded, maybe a little bit up, maybe a little bit over. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So these are going to be that color. Ooh, that's a little bit too deep. Let's just bring that down like 5, maybe. Yeah, 5. That's a little duller. Not by much, but I think that's going to make all the difference. It's going to make it pop a lot more. So that's cool. Ba-da-dun-da-da-da. Da-dun-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Bum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Yes, I am barking because of dogs. I am singing a song to the dogs, to their people, to everything about them, and I am enjoying their company. Bark, 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 bum, bum, bum. Bark, 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 ba-dum. Bark, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Bark, 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 bark. Oops, I'm at 3. That's why it's so thick. Something like that. Okay, that's a little bit better that way. Okay, now that we've done that, let us get ourselves a good color for this. I just wish they would calm down a little bit. That'd be nice. A very deep red inside of these. Well, that's a little bit too deep of a red, but we'll see how it looks. I think it'll look better than that real weird rust metal. Okay, there we go. With everything else, how does it look? Okay. What do we think? I think it looks fine. I think it looks good. Alright, so let us do a little bit more on this. Like this color. So we'll have that as this down here. I think they painted this, and that's why it's so thick for this one. Well, I can hear them. That's fun. I wonder if they have the door open. That might be why. I'm going to go close the door. I don't want them to... Gotta close doors, otherwise you can pick up the whole house. That's a little awkward. Oh well, I don't really mind. I like those people, but I feel like they would like their privacy. If they wanted to be on the stream, they would have asked to be on the stream, or they would have been on the stream, you know? Yeah, I don't want to accidentally cause them to have a bad time just because they didn't realize that they had forgotten something. That'd be terrible. It's a little bit too red, I think. It looks a little bit intimidating.
I'm so sorry. We're gonna go get food. I love you. Goodbye.
It's okay. Make sure to close the door, though, because I could totally hear you and Eric. Well, we like you, too. Hello, gamer girl. It's good to see you, or hear from you. Maybe that is the right color for it. This darker red. We'll see. We'll see in a second. I think it's too close to this. Not differentiated enough. Maybe a bit more vibrant. Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense. Like a darker red. If we're going to make this red. Which I'm not even sure if we want to make it a red yet. I'm just trying out things right now for this. Look at that. It doesn't look bad that way. Yeah, Maria and my roommate went out to go get some food because it was way more convenient that way than it would have been otherwise. Like, it was ridiculous. Usually is, though. Maybe something like that. Okay. Those got red into there, like you painted that new, and then this is like a more faded color, like of something. I don't think that's too terrible. I don't hate it. We'll see how it turns out. And then we'll have... Boop. Oh, let's do this actually first. and then this way, and then, oops. So we have this, which would then go like this, and then we're going to have a blue color, like that, go over it again, which won't make sense for a minute. Hold your horsies, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. So that, okay, and then we have it so that we go like this. Oops. Wrong way. There we go. Then we want to bring it down. Okay, there we go. And how does that look? It looks fine. It's a little bright still. Okay, let's do another layer. Let's move that one down into there. And then let's go like this again, and then let's go up a little bit more. There we go. Then we're going to go for a darker blue. I said darker. We'll go like this. Then we're going to bring that down. Something like that, I think makes sense. And then we just go. Nope, that's too much. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then we have it so it's like that, and then we would go like this. Alright. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so now let's bring up a layer, and then we're gonna do dark tones real quick. There's gonna be spots on this that are darker than others. So this is something that's an example. Well, that's eraser still. Okay. This will seem weird for a second. I'm trying something. Something like that. Like that makes sense. So we might have it here. Not as much on that side, but still a little. And then this side will go down like there. This I'd probably do something like that too. So it's over the thing a bit. And then we've got it, so then we've got this, which wouldn't do as much on that, but it would have a little bit right here. And then we have it so that down here, this would definitely be darker tones. There we go. Then we have this way, which would be like this. Okay. That gives it a lot of depth, I think. Okay. we go. There we go. And I want to try and get this outline a little bit better since I kind of messed it up in the first place last time. I think I was rushing through it for some reason. Because why else would it look like this? That is the gray color still. I think a dent right here would make sense. Like something like that. I'm using my mouse for a second just so it goes a little bit easier. Bear with me. Okay, and then we gotta go like this, and then we gotta go... Oh, I should definitely shade this area since it's below the freaking thingamabob. That would make sense. Let's go up to this layer, back down, bring it back up, and then we'll go, oops, wait, yeah, that's right there. Oh. That goes down more, it's gonna cast more. Alright, I think that shadowing works a little bit. And then I wanted to do something with shadowing as well earlier, and I think I'm going to try it now. I didn't color this in. Whoops. That's funny. This boyo is almost done. It's beautiful. We've come a long way. We went from this guy to this guy, oh boy, then to this guy, and finally to this guy. Did a lot of work. Did a lot of good. And that's amazing. I'm really happy with all the progress we've been able to make. I don't know what I did before that. Anyways, we have a lot of progress that we've made on all of these guys, and it's amazing that we've been able to make that progress. I'm really happy that we've been able to share this time together and do this stuff. Yes, in a very seemingly short amount of time. And the whole thing is like, I'm so happy that I've been able to share this with friends and family and everything, and just have been able to enjoy the time with people. Oops, that is not the right layer for this. This one. Anyways, so I think he's done. I think I could do a little bit more there, but I actually really like how that turned out. I think it looks nice. And like, he looks good, I think. And I don't know of much I could do to make him look better without just adding things. And I don't think he needs anything added to him. I think that he's good on his own. So my thought is, we're going to do the save as. Yes. And then we are going to save as. And then we're going to save him as a PNG. Yes. Flatten. So now we have this guy. We have, I think this is the, is this the one? I think this is the one. So then we gotta save this as, and then a PNG. I don't think we ever did that, did we? Seems like we did. Anyways, this one, yes, yes, yes. So we got that one. We've got Steel Do Ray. Save as. And this one's going to be a PNG, which we also apparently have. Let us, yeah. I remember that. We're going to give him nuclear shoes for this guy. I forgot all about that. So anyways, we got these three. And you may be wondering what I'm doing right now. It'll all come together in a second. It's time for the group shot. And I'm so excited to do this. It's been something that I've been looking forward to for a while. And I'm excited to see it happen. Why am I trying to open? I'm trying to save as. Oh man. Now that I've done that, we've got all of our stuff as. Should I not save it as a. No, I'm saving it as a PNG. Yeah. Anyways, so we've got all 4 of these now. And we're going to make a new file. And this new file is going to be 3,000 by 8,000, I think. I think that makes sense. We're going to have it so that we put these guys on that layer. Copy. Paste. Which way did I have to expand it? Up. Okay, so we're going to do 1,000 by 2,000 instead. So let's resize. There we go. Now that we have that, we can do the copy and paste. We're going to have him just here for now. Actually, we're going to put him more over here for now. And then we're going to have him. He was my height limit. Oh, let me tell you. Control A. Copy. New layer. Paste. So we'll size him up just a little bit, which will make him look a little thicker, unfortunately, but that's okay, because we're gonna have a really hard time if we have to redraw this entire character to make him the right size comparatively to his friends, which, you know, pretty much is. And then this guy. I may need to expand the canvas. Shoot. Right about there. And then this guy. Here. For which character? He's got to be a bit shorter, actually. He definitely does. Because he's a shorty. He's definitely a shorty. So he's a bit behind and playing. So he's like here. And then you have him who is... I feel like the only one who's in front is Tin Man DC, and that's because he likes to be in front. He's the coolest cat. I think that makes it the right size. And then he could be... Alright. I think he needs to go further in front because he is definitely just like wanting to JoJo in front of everyone. Like he likes to do that. So I realized I missed a few spots. Oops. Okay, there we go. Oh, and we got this. There we go. It's a little bit less stringy looking. So this is the band. I think that's good, how they look. I think they look good together. Now we gotta think about the backdrop. So I'm thinking... road. Okay, so it goes... Okay. So I'm thinking... Well, actually, we could do... Let's just bring everyone up. And bum ba dum bum bum. Something like that, and then we're gonna have it so we have, instead of a road, because that'd be boring, cliff face. let's see about it. Okay. Oh, that is way too thick. Gotta use my 2-point. I had it right the first time, guys. Anyways. So that's the face and what they're on. And then we have it so that it is up. Their escape route. Two. There we go. Then we want to erase. And let's just go up to this size. Go like that. Go like that. Bring it up. Okay. So it goes out of screen just a little bit, which I don't really like, but also whatevs. So then we'd have it so it's like this, up, and then we're gonna make this like a dark gray. Something like that, and then we've got it so that we've got the actual face they're on, which is going to be more of a dark color, like something like that. that's low. No. Let's just look at that now with these guys for a second. A looming cave. Some. Okay. Kind of compelling. We'll have it so the walls are a bit darker. Oh yes, my first character giving me some issues. Alright, there we go. Now back to this, and then... Okay. Oops. I think it's going to make more sense actually to do this, which I know is going to look gross for a second. You'll see in a second what I'm trying to do. Maybe, if it works out. Okay, there we go. We've got that. And then we got two down here. I'm going to be doing something in a second with this, but bear with me while I get my base layers. Maria brought me Thai food. What a wonderful lady. Oh, right. Maria's sister got us Thai food that Maria then went and got. Because Maria's sister is also wonderful. Okay. So now that we've done that, we can go up a layer again. Choo choo choo. I have a plan, and it may seem stupid at first. So once again, bear with me. I know it's like the 5th time I've said that already, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's a really stupid plan. Okay. Anyways, so we want to have another layer. This layer is just gonna and then we're gonna have darker spots. This seems stupid at first, okay? And it may be stupid. I may just F up and just make this look dumb. But let's hope that I can texture this. By going like that. And then duplicate there. There we go. Duplicate layer again. Or merge down, I guess. Duplicate layer again. Oops, that was not the right thing. That was not the right thing. I meant to do this button. Ding! Alright, anyways. That's numero uno of the things I wanted to do. Numero dos is Cape time. Okay, this looks weird, but then go like this, do this, and then after that we go back to this, go like this, give it a much more defining look. Oops, 95, that works. Something like that. And then we want to erase this stuff over here a bit. We want to keep it inside the cave a little bit. Okay. And then we want to go up one more layer again, and then we want to grab this. Now we want to go wanted to change the color to a brighter, have a much smaller brush, do something like maybe a bit smaller. Okay, and now that we've done that, we want to go and make a bigger layer, maybe 80. Have it so that we do a bit darker than the color. Okay, and then I'll have this a little bit further up actually. If we can, actually, we probably can't. Oops. Very close in color. Let's get it a little bit darker like that. I think that makes sense. Okay. I hear a lot of humming. Oops. $100. Now we'll be able to bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it down. Something like that. And then, yeah. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to erase some of this in this area. Oops. Alright, so we got the lower cliff face. Now we gotta get the upper cliff face. Oofta. And then I have another thing I want to do with that as well. Let's bring that down. And then let's go up. And then let us... No, I could do something. Nope, that was the wrong thing. Duplicate, and then we want to do like that is actually no, that would make sense. So something like that, and then okay, and then we're going. Something like that. Will make sense. And then we might change its opacity slightly so it's not as bright and brazen on the eyes. And then we duplicate it again. We auto level. Whoa. That changed it a bunch. Okay, something like that. Okay. Yeah. Good luck. I hope your game is fun. Let's see. Now we do the next thing, which is Let's see how they look on this ledge now. I don't mind that. I think that looks nice. I think what I could do then is make it so that they've just traveled out here. So, dust clouds. Let's see if I can figure out how to do those. And then like this. That's not too bad. Okay, and then this would be like here. Something like that. Yeah, I like that. The question is, does it need anything else? In the bottom right. Yeah, I saw you. I mentioned you a couple of times, actually. Because I saw you get on Valheim. I said good luck and have a fun time. And then, yeah. And then I saw Lupu as well. I don't think I saw anyone else. Maybe Grugar? I don't remember. But yeah. I'm really happy with how this turned out. The little bit of dust in the air. And then, like, I think there needs to be a little bit more in a certain area. So I'm going to make another layer. here, and then we're going to make it so that that is this color right here, I guess. There. Solid. Okay, there we go. Now we gotta go. And this layer right here. Okay, and that's gonna go like that because it's brought up a lot of dust is the thought. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. What is all that noise? I will be back in just a moment because there is a lot of noise right now. They were watching The Simpsons. That's why it was so loud. Not that they made it loud on purpose, just that didn't help. I'm really happy with all of these guys and how they turned out. Like, I think he is the one I'm least happy with, and I may go back to him eventually to fix him up a bit. Just because, like, I don't know, I feel like I've learned a lot from him to him even. Or him to him even. I feel like this is a lot cleaner looking than this one did. But also I was trying some different things with this one that I didn't necessarily try with this one. But, like, I like how the shading turned out for this one, and the guitar. And, like, I like how his droid thing turned out. And I like the glass effect I did here. But, like, I feel like it could have been better in general. Yeah. And then there's my drummer. I think he honestly is the best one. He may have been my second, but, like, I really like how he turned out for personality-wise. And then you have Tin Man DC, who I also really like. I think he is definitely my least favorite of the ones I've created so far. And that's not really his fault. He was the first. I like how he looks. It's just like comparatively to the other ones, he doesn't look that stand outy. And I think he is a lot more indicative of how the regular Raiders would look. And when I draw the other Raiders, which I will eventually do, I'm going to probably use him as the baseline, honestly. I'll pull him to the side and have it so that I use his form, but probably give some a little bit bigger shoulders, some a bit smaller legs, stuff like that. Yeah, I think they ended up looking so good, and I think this group picture looks freaking dope. Like, I think it looks, I like it a lot. I think one thing, though, Something like that. I think it makes a lot more sense. And then this one I think would make more sense to have as a spiky boy. More like that. Yeah. Okay. Man. I'm saving this now. Save as. Group. Shot. The Shred Band. Man, I'm really happy with how they turned out. And together they do look like they fit thematically. Like, I don't know what it is, but they feel like kind of like a band of misfits. And I think that it ended up looking a lot better than it could have otherwise. And I'm really, really proud of the effort that I was able to put into this, as well as the amount of just helpfulness that I was able to get just from people just chiming in every now and again, being like, oh, you could do this, or oh, you could do that. And like us making them all look not only unique, but also having their own flair and their own style, but they kind of still fit. Like, you have the striped socks, you have the striped Americano pants, and they kind of match with that. You've got it so that he's got the baseline blue, which matches Tin Man DC as well. And then you have it so that there's the red to the red, and like, you know, with Tin Man, his actual general like innard bits look kind of like generic, if that makes sense. But then you have that contrasted with like the richness of like this guitar and like the genericness of this person's outfit. Like, his outfit is the most generic out of the bunch, I think. But like everything about him otherwise screams personality. Like his hairdo and everything. And like it's so spectacular how we've been able to get to this point just by working at it each day. Like, we worked at this for, what was it? We started this 3 weeks ago, I think? 4? Something like that. So we've just been doing it every single day. And that's 2 hours every day for, let's say, the 3 weeks. So that'd be 12 times 2, so 24. So we worked on this for about a day, maybe a little bit more. And we've made this. We've made each of these characters. We found out a backstory for them. And we've created something together. And that's why I like this so much. It's because I get to like talk to people and I get to create stories while I talk. And that's just so spectacular. And I love it. I really do. And like, I really do, that I want to continue this, of course. But I want to continue it in a way that's like fun for everyone who joins. Like this is our first quartet, but I want to do more quartets. The next group would be, I think, either the Raider Matron and her 3 lieutenants. So I'm going to write this down. What should we do next? A Raider Matron and her 3 lieutenants. I can't spell. Sorry, guys. B the protagonists, or C, the initial townsfolk. So, with Raider Matron and her 3 lieutenants, I know what the Raider Matron looks like, and she is going to look completely different in the thing. the end than she does in the game. There's her lieutenants in game, which you don't really see, and with that one we'd probably do the generics with that as well. So we'd make 2 or 3 different drawings for those guys as well. With those ones, I think that the Raider Matron would be really interesting, and the lieutenants would be really interesting, because I'm going to give them all their own personalities. But then, I think that the actual stuff would be not as engaging as these guys are. With the protagonists, it would be the 3 protagonists of the game, which are Nadia, Cyrus, and Kane. And Kane is a ghoul, Cyrus is a big burly dude, and then Nadia is like a very limber and agile lady. And I would create a 4th PC, because my thought with this is very similar to Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I want to have it so that you have 4 people who are, like, everything is in a core of 4. It's kind of my thought. And then there is the initial townsfolk, which you have Ruby, who is a prostitute. You have Armpit, who is a barkeep guy. His name is Arnold, but he goes by Armpit for some reason, which is real freaking weird. And then you have the mayor, who is... how to describe the mayor? He is an a-hole. He's not a good guy. And then you have the shopkeep, who is like out of Winnebago kind of thing. Yeah, all of it's real weird. And then you have it so that you've got, I think her name is... It's not Nadia, I don't think. It's a different lady's name. Vidya, I think is her name. And she is a follower of Apocalypse. And those are the 5 townsfolk that are in town. I think I would block that off so that I would have 3 and then a generic, and then 3 and then a generic. Or 3 and then a generic, and then 2 and then 2 generics. Or something like that. And we'd probably do the generics real quick. We'd just like make our model based off of someone, and then just make them a little bigger, a little bit smaller and everything, and just do something real quick with them and figure out kind of like the garb of the town and everything. And then, yeah, build stories around them. And the whole reason this came up was I was playing this game with my roommate, and we were laughing at how bad it was. It is a game where it is just everything about it is not good. The intro is pretty cool, and the fact that you can play as a ghoul is pretty awesome. But then everything else just lets down. The gameplay is awful. The lock-on mechanics do not work. The hitboxes are terrible, and everything at every level, like, someone could have looked at it and said, we need to retool this, or we need to fix this. But no one did. Or maybe someone did, and no one actually, like, maybe they were just strapped for time, and people were like, no, you have to send it out like this. Which sucks. But, yeah. I am really excited to do more. And I hope that I can get some votes on which ones people would be most interested in. I think the protagonists would be real fun. So you've got the ghoul guy, a tribal dude, and a lady from the streets from one of the bigger towns. So that makes sense. And then I would make a by-the-book scribe from the Brotherhood of Steel with Scribehood, but, like, they got their scribehood through special means, so they are maybe not they are an initiate, but they're like a special initiate because they were actually born in the Brotherhood or something. So I do that for the 4. And then I would give each of them, like, add on to each of their stories and kind of explain as I go, I think. And then you have it so that you've got Jane, the Raider Matron, and her 3 lieutenants. So what I want to do there is I want to have it so that Jane, the matron, so if we build ourselves a new thing, we're just going to do this. So I'm going to list this out and just go down to small font and then... Anyways, so A, let's just do this. So you have Raider Matron, who has her 3 subordinates. And those are... So she's named Jane. So I thought it'd be fun if we found different versions of that in game where she is basically Jane Doe. Then her brother, who is also a raider, is named Joe. So, or John, I mean, oops. John. And then we have Sally, which I believe is an English version of a unknown person's. And then we would have Joe for average Joe. But this is actually Josephina. So you'd have Josephina. So you've got John, Sally, Joe, who is Josephina, and Jane. And that'd be your first set of people. Then you have B. Oops. B, which can be probably subdivided. Or no, that's the protagonist, so that wouldn't be subdivided. So that'd be the 4 under the Brotherhood. And that is Cain. Or, I think it's... How do you spell it? Cain. Cyrus. New, which I haven't come up with a name yet. I think this would be something like a very brotherhoody name. I think there's Paladin Dance and things like that. So maybe he is someone to that effect. So maybe it's... I think there's a... No, I can't think of anyone right now who would be famous Brotherhood people. But maybe he's like a nepotistic child of some sort. And then you have Nadia, I believe. Nadia, something like that. I think that's how you spell it. Not a G, but a J. So that'd be B, and then C is subdivided into 2 categories, which would be mayor, which then goes into, wish I remembered all these guys' names. Armpit, the Ruby, and Raider Matron, Jane, John, Sally, Joe, Josephina, Brotherhood Initiate, Cain, Cyrus, New, Nadia, Armpit, Ruby, Vidya? I think that's Vidya, like that. But I do not remember if that's actually the name. And then we have, so this is pretty much CA. So we'd start with this and then maybe take a break from this one and then go on to one of these and then go back to this. And this would be Winnebago Man. I don't remember his name. Generic. Towns. Folk. Yeah. So we got all this. I personally think that having any of these would be... Ooh, that's all on the same layer. Whoops. Oh well. We'll just... erased. Okay. So I think any of these would be interesting. I could show you what they look like too. So that's not an issue. So Fallout Bose. Let's go to the wiki. Nadia. Okay, so I was right. It is Nadia, but it's Nadia, not Nadja. So this is an I, not a... Oops. Nadia. Oh, hey, Slenderfisher. It's good to see you. So I'm talking, just to fill you in, I created this picture. This is the group shot. I think it ended up looking pretty good. And then I finished off this guy. I got it so that it's all shaded and it looks nice. But I figured I'd do the group shot. And now... What? What's boo? I think it's rad. I think it looks so cool. And I'm so proud of it. I think this looks really good. I got it so that it's on a cliff face and it's dark. And then it's got like the stuff. And it's got like the line thingy-mabobs. And, oh, Boo Radley would be fun. Boo Radley. Oh, Boo is to scare me. I'm so scared. Anyways, yeah, so we were looking at this, and I was talking about how I'm really proud of how it turned out. But then we were going on to this, and you may notice I made a comment earlier of A, B, and C. That is for votes. I was explaining all of this, which, sorry, Gigi, I've explained it once. I'll probably explain it like another time, just for everyone else's sake. I don't know if you were fully paying attention during that either, so hopefully it's helpful. Anyways, so we have it so that A, B, and C are our options, and this gets subdivided, and then there's these two. A has it so that we start with the Raider and her lieutenants, which are Raider Matron, Jane, her brother, John, Sally, and Joe, who is Josephina. All of those names are either Knoll people or average people. So I think the English one is Sally. Anyways, the average Joe, John Doe, and Jane Doe. So you have all of these ones. These two are siblings right here. And John is, if we want to go through all of this, John is pretty much the manager. He's the one who, saved the band and made sure that they were safe. So he's like, ooh, this is cool, this will help us. The fun fact, the USS Constitution had a hull made of layered hardwoods that allowed it to withstand cannon fire, earning it the name Ol' Ironsides. I do like that fact. That's a really cool fact, and thank you so much for bringing it to the table. So anyways, John uses his leverage over his sister to allow the band to get to survive and everything, because people really don't like the Raiders like the band, but they don't like that the band doesn't help during raids, so they don't like the band at the same time. They're like, the music's cool, but we don't like that they they do that kind of stuff. Then you have Sally. Sally's more of the force, or the enforcer, I should say. Enforcer. And her whole thing is she is like heavyweight type boxer type. So she could go toe to toe with anyone and just beat the crap out of them. So I think she's like the intimidator or the enforcer. And then there's Jo, who's Josephina, who she's the sniper. She's like the one who can just like hit someone from a mile away. So that's those three. That's kind of my thought with them. I think that John is very dapper. I think that Sally is very much like, she wears a gi, I think. I think she found a gi at some point when she was younger, and she just like kept on repairing it. It's got a bunch of patches, and she's just gotten buffer and buffer as she's gotten older. So she just like keeps on patching it and like stitching it so that it's bigger. Then you've got Josephina, who's a sniper. She's got herself like a sniper rifle, of course. It's a sniper rifle with its scope and, you know, something like this. Yeah, that's not a very good sniper rifle, but you get what I mean. A gi. She's a very beefy lady. And then John has more of a suit look to him. So he's got that suit kind of thing. And that's more like this. And then you have it, so you've got the Brotherhood Initiates, which are Kane, Cyrus, Nadia, and then a new character who I haven't as of yet come up with. That's these two, and doesn't show Kane. Interesting. Let's see if it shows art for them on this. So this is Kane. He looks beautiful, and he's my favorite of the three. He is very skeletal. He has it so that he's a ghoul. He basically forced his way into the Brotherhood, and they put him on a suicide mission. Fun fact, the USS Constitution was a model for other ships used in the Civil War, also called Old Ironsides. Ken Burns' documentary has an entire episode about it. Oh, that is a fun fact. Thank you. Then we have Nadia, who is like a dual-wielding SMG fanatic type person. Well, that's a little bit not what I was expecting. But, so she's got like the dual-wielding. So, gun. And then another gun. So you got that. And then you have Kane, who's like skeletal and very anarchist. I think that's the anarchist symbol. I don't remember what the anarchist symbol is. Anyways, then you got Cyrus, who is a tribal dude who is just fucking jacked and awesome. So we got Beefy Boy over here. And you may notice something about this. So, something that I'm thinking about is making it so these two parallel each other, like opposites. So he's more of an anarchist, whereas he's more of a person who's very orderly. Fun fact, during the Korean War, General Eisenhower said that to President Truman he could end the war if he was given 50 nukes on 3 separate occasions. Eisenhower was promptly fired and would later become the 34th president and threaten nuclear involvement during the Vietnam War. Oh boy! That is... I like it. I like it. But that's scary. Then we have Cyrus and we have Sally. Those two are parallels because the beefy boy and the beefy gal, and the whole thing about them is he's very tribal. I'm thinking she may not be tribal, but she has it so that she might have grown up on the streets kind of thing. Then you have it so that you've got the dual wielder versus the sniper kind of thing over here. So I think this new character would have to have something that parallels them to this Raider matron Jane, which the Raider matron, I want to change her motivations completely. I think that's something that definitely makes sense, but we'll get to that if we do A first. I'll explain everything about these characters. So anyways, let's put their different things. So Stronk, Anarchist, and Duel. He is also a melee person, I think. Okay. Still fewer purple hearts than John Kerry. Oh boy. Anyways, Mayor Richard, he is the traitor. He betrays his town to try and appease the raiders, as well as betrays you. You have Armpit, who is the bar owner. Bar hop, I guess we'll call him. Ruby, the prostitute. And I'd like to make it so that she is more than that, because they literally only play off of that and don't give her anything else that makes her interesting. And it's really sad, because I think she could have been a really cool character. Then you have Vidya, I believe her name is, which she is a Apocalypse follower. So, followers of the Apocalypse. So we'll just say follower. Fun fact, Eisenhower was elected by just one electoral vote. He also did not win the popular vote, providing the American people with yet another shitty result to our presidential election because of the Electoral College. Woohoo! And fun fact, President Andrew Jackson invented the assassination attempt when a would-be assassin attempted to shoot President Jackson. Upon the weapon misfiring, the assassin threw it aside and pulled out a second revolver, which also misfired. Jackson then began beating the assassin with his cane, only stopping when his aides pulled him off of the would-be assassin. And that assassin was crazy. It was beautiful. I mean, not beautiful, but also kind of beautiful. Yeah. I like your facts today. On point. I'm enjoying them. Keep them coming. Then we have Winnebago Man, which I should probably figure out his actual name. I just call him Winnebago Man because that is the thing that makes the most sense to me. No, that's not it. Chapter 1. Are there other characters? Does it show characters? No. No, that's not a thing. So, town center, let's go there. Yeah, Vidya, so I did spell her name right. And then we have it so that we've got Carbon Warehouse, Carbon Mill, Jesse. Jesse is his name. Okay. So now I can actually write that down instead of Winnebago Man. I mean, Winnebago Man is a great name, but Jesse. So, Jesse is your arms dealer, which I think they tried to make a thing of irony because he's missing an arm. I mean, I've saved this one, and this one's just more of for visual aid for all of these people. So, I don't know if it needs to be saved, but I'll save it anyways. We'll save it as Thingamabob. Anyways, then we have it so that we've got generic townsfolk. That's just like building out the town so we can actually make it a thing. Fun fact, before I think he became president, Andrew Jackson, he led one of the most brutal massacres in U.S. history. He and his company slaughtered over 80 American Indians in the Southwest. Everyone was unarmed. It was at night. I believe that was before... Yeah. I think that was shortly after the American Revolution. I don't remember. Fun fact, Teddy Roosevelt established the National Parks System. I knew that one. That one's real funny. Yeah, Andrew Jackson really is a horrible person. I don't like him as a president, unfortunately. Oh. Also, that's super funny, guys. Ha 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 ha. My twin may be named something similar. Very similar. As in, pretty much the same. Hopefully Andrew Jackson doesn't have the middle name J, because that'd be really awkward about now. Ooh. That's real good. Anyways, out of all of these ones, A, B, C, and I guess D now, because we'd have D, which one do you think would be the most... Which one do you want the most right now for us to start? I feel like I should just leave you guys to talking. You guys are having a great time. I'm having a great time reading these. Fun fact, Vietnam is still fucked. Yeah, it is. Maria is in the house. It's the best. Despite being a communist nation, Vietnam produces many of the phone screens I use to repair devices almost every day. So who really won the Vietnam War? Hi. He got me with the Vietnam is still comment, and then laughy face, and then not us. Yeah, definitely not us. We lost that war like crazy. Anyways, let's It is a very Shrek-ual drawing. Now let's see where it goes. Well, doesn't really go in there. Ah, yes, that is a fun fact. Ooh, ha ha. What point does it become just noise? What point does it just become noise? It could be just a moment or forever, but sometimes you're gonna have to eat your swamp. Like Trollface and Shrek had a baby. Fun fact, during the Second World War, France did not think Germany would invade through the Belgian forests, despite them doing exactly that in the last war. That's absolutely the best fun fact you could have come up with. It is so good. Now to build this guy's body, I'm thinking real tiny neck, and then we have it so that it goes down, and then you just got it so that it's very, 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 oh so very, oh so very chunky. And you got tiny legs. Don't worry, he's wearing pants and a belt. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because instead of Pac-Man, it would be... That's interesting. Alright, so now we've got to think about where his arms are. I'm thinking his shoulders are right here. And I'm thinking... he's got a crab hand, of course, And then he's got to have very wavy. There we go. And then we got to have it's actually the legendary Doro. Because Dorito is like a chip, but Doro Ito, I think. Ah, yes, please say it better, because I am terrible at linguistics. Alright. And now his suspenders. I'm going to have this go up now. Anyways. Okay, so it's pulling up like this, and like that, and then like this, and like that. Okay. Let's see if any of these are pointing at one of the things. No. No. Alright. Up. I've decided that he must have the legendary Doro exists deep in the Amazonian rainforest. Dora the Explorer was actually named after it, and happens to one day meet her namesake. That's why all of the adventures, and she takes drugs as she goes, because that place is full of drugs, and Boots is just a super drug-fueled trip, as is Swiper, and the map, and the backpack. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this either. How could you do this? That's like saying Aang was just on a drug trip and he's actually just passed out behind the 7-Eleven parking lot. None of it was real. Well, do you like the drawing? Does the drawing look good? I feel like this drawing's the best. It's beautiful. How do we make it even better? What about Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think that's made it better, right, guys? What is what? I don't get what? Right? I love it. I love it so much. It's the best. Nightmare fodder, you say? All right, let's make a nice image then. Let's just make something nice. No way it can get perverse and turn into evil things. Let's just use a weird green color and just go. Nice tree. Nice tree. So it's got 3 roots. 3 roots. Then we're going to have it so that then has a little owl hole thing. And then it's got the things. And then there's a person just standing here. Just doing jumping jacks. And then, just jumping jacks. And then we'll have it so that there's a bird up in the sky. The bird will be like this. And then we'll have it so that we've got it so that there's the ground. And then, it's just a nice little meadow. And there's just some water over here. And they're just enjoying their time at this nice lake type area. Okay, there we go. And then we'll gotta go back to the tree color. And we'll gotta do that. Well, let's make it so it's the full. Okay, there we go. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. And then we'll have it so that it's got a brown color. Nice brown. And that'll be the trunk. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry you had that dream, though. That was terrible. This is the bird that sleeps in this area, I think. See, my thought with this guy is he just wants to say hello and ask you if you've eaten your swamp yet, because it's part of your daily quotas, and you haven't done your daily quotas for swamp eating. Come on, guys. Not a fan. As it rises from the deep. Actually, you'd have it so that this is in the background, I feel. Yeah, like someone scribbled over it and was like, let's make another picture. Then you got this, and then it's just no. It's just a no. It's a yikes for me, dog. Alright, so for serious, though. A, B, C, or D? Which one do you guys think would be the most fun to watch for the next set of these live streams? I mean, this one we finally finished this, which I think looks just amazing. And I'd like to do a group shot with each of these at the end of them. But I want to actually be able to do that, so I need to know which ones would be good. I think any of them would be real fun, but what strikes your fancy now? The last one is the townsfolk in general. So there's like the arms dealer and a couple of other people. So that's kind of an extension of this one. It's just because there are more than 4. So I do 3 generic townsfolk models, and then I would do the arms dealer. So I'd be building up the generics in the town and trying to give them backstory so that there's not just generics, because I don't like generics in games. I think that you should always have some sort of story with everything. Well, the Raiders and Jane. So all of this together. So we would do Jane first, get it so that we figure out her like look and everything, and we'd go down to her 3 lieutenants. And then after we did this, we would then have it so that we go through and shift onto the generics for the Raiders. So that would be 4 probably for Raiders, or 3 or 4 for these guys. That way we have our generics. Same thing with the D. We want to make it so that we have those 3 generics with this guy. So, yeah, that's kind of same kind of deal with those 2. And then, yeah, but that's what A would be. What about you guys? Baron Dando, Slenderfisher, Gamer Girl? Do you have any ideas? I think it's all going to be fun. I am excited for all of this. That's why I wrote out all of this and figured out my quartets, so that way I can do them all, but also so that way I can have a good time just enjoying your guys' company and just drawing with you this stuff, rather than nightmare fuel like this guy. Have you eaten your swamp yet? Anyways. Doop. Boop. There we go. I am also excited. What is your choices, though? So A, B, C, or D? I don't have a way to do, like, a straw poll. Otherwise, I would just do a straw poll. So just put A, B, C, or D as your choices and just press enter after that. So that way I can see what you would like to be working on for the next few weeks. So we've got 1 vote for A. We got 1 vote for B. Nah. So we've got B, 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 A. All right. So we've got the protagonists are winning, so that's cool. So I suppose we'll start with the protagonist next. And then after that, we will go for the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to be really fun. Yeah, we'll start with, since you have a particular taste of Nadia, we'll start with Nadia first. So let's get up here. So this is kind of like the concept art for Nadia. So I think we want to go for something similar for Nadia, especially because we don't want to have it so that she's super different from what she's supposed to look like, you know? Let's just scroll past very quickly. Why you jerk. So this is also concept art for her. So she's got this. I don't really like how they designed her. I think that she should be more armored, just because she is in the Brotherhood. First of all, she may be an initiate, but it doesn't make sense for her not to be well armored. As well as she's just kind of in a wasteland. Why would you expose your skin willingly in the wasteland? That doesn't make any sense, guys. No. And let's figure out... I'm going to go 1,000 by 1,200 for the rest of these and make them all consistent. Okay, there we go. And we got this guy, and then we go like this and turn this off, and then we're going to paste. And we're going to use this as a background image while we actually make what we want her to look like. So let's start with this and just kind of explain what I want for her. So I'm thinking she was raised on the streets and such. So it makes sense that she might conceal herself a lot more because she Yeah, no, this game is stupid. I did not see your last fun fact about Joe Burrell. Big titties. Oh, man. Alright. Anyway, so my thought with this is we'd have a similar form for, like, the shape of her body and everything, but she literally, like, grew up in the streets. So I'm thinking she conceals the bottom of her face at least. Maybe wear some of those goggle type things. This is gonna look stupid, by the way, because we're just actually explaining what we want to do with her. And then I would have it so that she has something that, like, covers her skin at least most of it. So maybe something like this, where it's armored slightly, but not like super armored. So she's not like a super soldier or like a paladin, so she doesn't have like the armor you would if you were otherwise in the Brotherhood, because she's just an initiate. But she would have something that literally covers her up to at least here. So something armor-wise. Then after that, I would have it so that since she is wearing something that is light armor, yes, I was thinking something similar. So my thought is just like a thing of like some sort of leather type armor that goes around her for the most part, and then she has something that covers up and then goes up around her face. So she is covering at least half of her face. I think her hair is fine to stick out. I don't think it should be this clean, but I do like the orange look of her hair, so her hair will stay orange. Yeah, but anyways, then we would have it so that, like, I think that her bottom half looks good. I think that it makes sense. She has too tight of jeans. I don't think that would make sense. I think she'd have something a bit baggier so that way she can move around a lot easier. So she'd have something like, you know, more sweatpantsy, less leather armor type stuff. Because she wouldn't want to get actually, like, destroyed by someone. So she'd have something that's more like that, and then her stuff that goes around. And my thought with her is she is definitely going to be the dual wielder still. Dude, I am loving your fun fact about Joe Burrell. Burrell? Oh my gosh. That's terrible. This guy seems like poor luck man. Anyways, something like this I think would make sense. So she's got segmented type leather armor of some sort. I wouldn't say black leather. I would say something that makes more sense, like a Brahmin hide type stuff that she might have like gotten from someone in her family since she lived on the streets. So it may not be in the best condition. There may be patches over it in certain spots, which I think once again makes sense. And then yeah, she would just be something like that. What do we think about this? So this is concept. Let's read her backstory real quick, since we're here. Okay, background. Left without parents at an early age, Nadia grew up rough on the dusty streets of one of the urban settlements that litter the wasteland. With few friends and fewer comforts, life revolved around foraging for food, stealing money, and avoiding the attentions of the thugs that ran the town. Then one day a troop of Brotherhood soldiers passed through the town. After searching it for salvageable technology, they cleaned out the trash and scum that had been running the place and fed the hungry. And then, as quickly as they arrived, they left. Nadia, seeing a chance for a better life, followed, and now they have given her a challenge, an initiation to determine whether or not she shall join their ranks. Yes, it's going to be a mask. So I think that it makes sense that she would have some sort of mask over her face, because she's trying to not only not breathe in the dust, because this area is going to be quite dusty because of the dust storms and everything, because it's somewhere in the middle of Texas, but also it's so that she's covering what she can of her skin. I don't think she's covering everything, because some people are just stupid like that. She might have something like wraps up here, is my other thought. So like this would be then wraps around her arms, but she has like the leather up to that point. Anyways, so we have it so that she would look something like this. I think her hair would be messier, so she may have like more frayed hair and such that's more damaged. So it wouldn't look dreamboaty, but a little bit messier. So something like that. Maybe still with we'll see how it turns out. Anyways, let's go on to the actual thing. So I'm thinking action pose of crouch. Nope, crouching. That's way too edgy. If this showed the whole thing... Oh, it does. Nice. Okay. Any good poses that we like? I like this one, but his hand is placed on the ground, and I don't think that makes sense for this character. I need a reference. I could try and eyeball it, but I don't have the proportions down for legs. Or heads. Or any part of it. I'll just go for this. For now. For now. Okay. So we're going to go like this. We're going to bring that up to the actual size we want it. Which is not that big. I'm thinking like this big. Something like that. And then we're going to bring that down. And then this will give us a bit of the size that we want. something like that for the legs. Then that goes into the body, which, what's your concept look like? Oh, let's put this like this. And then let's go like this, this. Bring this like there, I guess, so we can actually see the concept. So I like her belt, so we're going to keep the belt. In fact, we're going to have it so that her pants go over her other stuff a little bit more. So it's going to go, let's make this a little bit thicker. Like there, maybe? Yeah, now I can see it. Okay. So then we're going to have it so that she has her belt, which goes like this. Around. Alright, anyways, so we've got it so that you have this circle thing right here, which then goes out into this, like that. And that's got a little thingamabob, which then goes here. And that then goes out. Very technical terms here, by the way. They will be on the test, so you'll have to remember them. And then we got that, this, and then she has it so she would go up to here, and she would have it so that she goes in a little bit like that, and then around, and then same thing on this side. It's a little bit out. Because you gotta think about their, chest. Because what a surprise. Ladies have chests. So she'd be a little bit less thick than this guy would be. Okay, there we go. Oh, whoops. So we have it so that that goes inwards and over. And then over. And like this. Encore, bravo, bravissimo. Thank you for sharing this. It was way cool. Oh man, I love it. This is the best. Anyways, so she has it so that her face would not be this way, but we'll use his as the. I think she's more like this. Because he has a really thick head for some reason. Like it feels way too thick. She does have that butt chin though. So we gotta keep that intact. Like his head is way thick. It's crazy. Okay, well, it was wonderful having you guys here, and I really appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much, and I hope that you guys have a good night. Okay, so let's take off our concept for a second so we can actually see. So she's got the thin eyebrows. Okay, that's interesting. But she's got very thick lips. Interesting. Okay. So, we were saying patchwork armor going on to here. This is where the armor stops. That's wrong there. The armor stops here for the normal stuff. I think it should stop a little bit higher up, actually. Probably like here. I like them too. Anywho, back to this. So this arm ended up being a little bit weird. So let's fix that up a little bit. Oop, that was good. And there we go. And then we'd have it so that it's got the thingamabob, which will go like this, down, this, up, around, and around. Okay, something like that, I think. Then we have the stitcher, which goes like this. Okay, and then we have the neck, which I think the shoulders are a little bit too broad. I think that it'd be a little bit shorter. Which then would make it go like that for that part. So let's erase a little bit. Okay. That's still way too big. Something like that, and then something like this. I think that makes more sense. So we'd have it so that it goes like this. And then, once again, the head feels way too big, but I think it's going to be fine now. Ooh, since she's got the mask anyways, that makes perfect sense. I like that idea. So she'd be more like, so she's got her mask here, which then goes down. I think it's more upward though. So something like this. Still not right. Like something like that. And then if we're to do that, her hair, which would start like here, might go over like this. And once again, very frayed. Pretty much. So like something like this maybe, and then that strings it down this way and branches down, which then this would go more like, so a lot more frazzled of a look, I think. And then you can see this eye but it's completely obscured by her goggle things, which are like something like this. So let's make the full thing there. Okay, let's get this. So that will go here. This would then go like this. Bend over. And that's still not right. Okay. It's a little bit too high. So she's got something like that. And this would be like this. You would gently be able to see the lips, actually. So she'd have something like this. Yeah, something like that. And then I think this needs to be up a little bit more, actually. And gentler. Okay. So I'm liking that. So then, what's my thought with this? I'm thinking something. So it's too broad of shoulders right now, but that's okay. Let's have it so that we've got some armor here. Which then actually I'm gonna go there, and then it goes this way around, and then something like that, maybe. So then she'd have the same on the other side, or maybe so she's got the bandages all the way down her arm. Something like that. Okay, and then we have the other side. Should be something similar. Okay, and then she has like they got a knife strap here. Okay, and then that goes to this. Something like that. And that goes like once again, like this. And then we have it so that that would then go here. Which I gotta think about how the chest works once again. And then her breasts are like here and here. So that probably pushes against this. So my thought is we definitely need to have this go a little bit lower probably if we want to make it comfortable for her. But let's think about that in a second. So we got this. Let's look at this without this dude sitting here. Or without the concept art in the background. Oops. Okay. Oops, wrong layer. There we go. And then we have this going like this. Okay. Okay, now that we've done this, we can do the next layer. I'm just cleaning this up a little bit. So let's do hair. Okay, there we go. So that's the first half of the hair. Then we got the second half, which is even harder. Oops. That is not the right line. Okay, we got that. I think that's gonna look okay in the end. Now let's go back to this layer. Let's get the head or face. Yeah, I think so too. I think that it doesn't make sense for someone to have nice ass hair in the wasteland, because that does not make too much sense. Okay, let's go like this. Yeah, I imagine she's had him for years and has had to do some work on them to keep them like good condition, but they're not quite good anymore. Like they're starting to wear down, kind of thing is my thought. But she tries to wear them so that her eyes are protected, so that her face is protected for the most part. Like that makes sense to me in general. Like, she doesn't want to get irradiated. That doesn't make sense. Alright. So we've got face and hair. Let's look at that together. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Now let's go for the next. So this is rough raft. Okay. I'm liking this so far. I think that it's turning out good. Let's make sure to save it. Save as. And we'll put this as Nadia. Nope, that's Nadia. Very, very, very exciting. Nadia. And yeah, we've got our look so far. I think that she looks pretty good, and I think we're going to stop here for today. I'm so glad that you guys were able to make it and join for whatever amount of time you were able to. And I hope that you will join me next time and next week when we continue on Nadia and make her look good in some way. I'm not saying she doesn't look good yet, but I want to try and make it so that I clean it up and I figure out exactly how I want her to look. So I'm going to be thinking about this over the weekend probably and trying to get her so that she looks nice. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and good night.